Hi everyone, Ashish Kyal here. Are you able to hear me, see me? And just a second. Hi all, Ashish Kyal this side. Very warm welcome to Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul. Great to have all of you over here. Am I audible and visible to every one of you? Fantastic. It's pleasure to have you all here. Manju, great to see you. Pradeep, Nilesh, Kushal, Kiran Nayak, Shalini, great to see you again. It's very warm welcome to all of you. Today we are going to talk about markets. We are going to look at very clearly what is happening with markets, what is happening with Nifty, and what is the overall trend by combining simple Gann level that we are going to observe using Gann level. And we will also use it along with open interest. तो हम open interest और Gann दोनों को combine करेंगे. मार्केट में अगर देखें तो हो क्या रहा है फिलहाल. राइट नाउ you can clearly see that the markets are going all the way. There is a lot of volatility that we are seeing, but no trend. So we saw a move above that yesterday. In last 15 minutes or half an hour, you can see a very sharp decline happen. Nifty moved from 17,700 odd levels, 17,730 levels to around 17,494, 80 के आसपास. And that was a sharp correction in just 15 minutes of time. In fact, I was even sharing across, I even tweeted across that the put option price sharply rose from 80 paisa, 17,550 का जो put option था, it went from 0.80 to more than 50 rupees. That's like crazy, right? So if you are an option seller, option buyer, you have to be knowing it very well. And it's important that you are placing a stop loss, you have a strategy in place, and then you trade the market. It is very crucial to do that. So अभी हम चलेंगे मार्केट को देखने के लिए, समझने के लिए कि कैसे मार्केट को ट्रेड करना है. आई एम गोइंग टू ओपन अप माय स्क्रीन हियर, जस्ट 1 सेकेंड. वी आर गोइंग टू लुक एट निफ्टी गैन लेवल्स कि निफ्टी पे कहां पर गैन लेवल है और किस तरीके से ट्रेड कर रहा है. ऑल्सो लूनार साइकिल वी विल बी सीइंग वेरी क्लोजली, वेरी प्रूडेंटली. देखेंगे कि अभी अमावस्या है आज कल के दिन में, तो क्या एक्सपेक्ट किया जा सकता है. सो विल क्लब ऑल ऑफ दोस थिंग्स टुगेदर इन मार्केट पे व्यू बनाएंगे. नियो वेव ऑफ कोर्स देखेंगे वेव पैटर्न के बेसिस पे. सो लेट मी वेरी क्विकली शेयर अक्रॉस माय स्क्रीन. बहुत क्लियर ट्रेड डिराइव करेंगे फॉर द कमिंग वीक. सो आई एम जस्ट शेयरिंग अक्रॉस माय स्क्रीन हियर. Are you able to see my screen, every one of you? I'm going to put myself off. यहाँ पर क्या मेरी स्क्रीन देख पा रहे हैं everyone? So I'm just going to move myself here, and this is the chart on ME broker I am using. Okay, great. You are able to see the screen. तो हो क्या रहा है मार्केट में? वोलेटिलिटी तो बहुत है, डायरेक्शन नहीं है. इफ यू आर लुकिंग एट दिस आवरली चार्ट, कल का जो मूवमेंट था फ्रॉम द हाई ऑफ अराउंड 17,726 से लेके ये देखिए यहाँ पर जो फॉल आया था शार्पली, पीपल थॉट एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू गो डाउन, एंड सिमिलरली आज बड़ा गैप अप होके मार्केट साइडवेज होके सस्टेन कर रहा है. सो नाउ इफ यू आर लुकिंग एट दिस ओवरऑल chart which is shown here, you can see the Gann square of 9 levels. So Nifty Gann square of 9, यहाँ पर आप देख पा रहे हैं, यहाँ पर you can make out that prices have been fluctuating between these levels. And what are these levels and how to go about it? So you can clearly see. So right now we are moving between 17,756 and 17,227. तो नीचे का और ऊपर का ये लेवल है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, जो हमें देखना है कि यहाँ पर क्या मार्केट वो लेवल को टच कर पाता है. ऑलरेडी अगर इफ यू चेक दिस कैंडल, यहाँ दिख नहीं रहा है, दिस कैंडल वाज ऑलरेडी एट दिस हाई. सो वी लिटरली केम वेरी क्लोज 17,726. we came very close to that 17,756 level, and from there we have reversed. Okay, very clearly. so यहाँ पर लेकिन डायरेक्शन नहीं है. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट अगर हम देखेंगे तो जो कैंडल है यहाँ पर ये कैंडल जो बन रही है, we can see that after the fall that has happened over here, there is not a single close above the previous candle high. Are you able to see that? I'll just mark it for you. कि अभी एक भी क्लोज प्रीवियस कैंडल हाई के ऊपर हुआ ही नहीं है, वेरी क्लियरली. सो ट्रेंड साइडवेज है until when? Until we see break below this low or above this level. And this is the 726. तो ये कैंडल आपको दिख नहीं रही है, उसका शेडो बिकॉज ऑफ द लाइन दैट वी आर सीइंग हियर. उसके ऊपर मार्केट का कहा जाएगा कि यहाँ से थोड़ा बुलिश पैटर्न बन सकता है अगर ऊपर गया तो. सो ऐसे में फिलहाल गैन क्या सजेस्ट कर रहा है? सो वी लेट अस जस्ट लुक एट दिस चार्ट एंड गैन स्क्वायर ऑफ 9. This is what we are seeing, Gann square of 9 on 180 degrees. What is it suggesting? तो यहाँ पर कौन सा लेवल है? It is suggesting that crossing 17,756 is crucial. If Nifty is not able to do that, then 17,227 तक हम जा सकते हैं. That is the level. Why? Because we went up, we did not sustain at that level right now, and we are now moving sharply on the downside from there. This is the level that we are seeing. So we need to have a sustainability about this level of 17,756. So as per Gann square of 9, I am going to keep a watch here, and I am going to keep a watch on these two levels, which are very important. And for now, basis of this information, I can form an option strategy by trading the market in a range. What is the range of the market? That's the range of the market, broad range. So I can sell strangle within this range. So I can select a strike price a little lower from here. Put pe hamesha we have to be careful, and on the upside beyond this level. So that's the range that we want to look at it. So that is how I'm going to look at Gann square of 9 level. Now, in this entire Gann square of 9, we are also going to look at the overall view basis of neo wave. So साथ ही में इसके साथ में let me just open up my trading view, and we are going to check what is the overall trend that we can see basis of neo wave count and levels. And let me just share that across. So यहाँ पर मैं मेरा स्क्रीन शेयर कर रहा हूँ. You can check that. This is clearly that I am sharing across. Over here, you can clearly see Nifty open करते हैं on the daily time frame. Now, very interestingly, there is a very clear-cut pattern that you see. I am using a 2 average. A 5 and a 20 average works extremely well on the chart. So if you're looking at the 5 days and a 20 days average, you can clearly see that these averages, whenever there is a crossover. Now, this is a very simple technique. Whenever there is a crossover on the upside, we can clearly see prices sustaining there and trending in that direction. Whenever there is a crossover, opposite happened. Crossover, opposite happened. So except this part of the phase. Now, right now, we are just there. The 20 and the 5 moving average prices are just there on the 20 and the 5 days moving average. And this, if you are looking at it, अगर हमने नीचे break किया 340 का level, we might end up going towards the lower end of the range, lower end of the trend on the downside. And हम already ये जो blue channel line है, we have already re-entered that line, and that is acting as a resistance. So I am not too optimistic, but at the same time, if 17340 breaks, then there can be a crash. That is very, very important. People who are there on YouTube, you might want, if in case you want to join me on the Zoom platform where you can join there, I'll just share across how to join me here. I'm just sharing the link. Here is the link. You can simply join me here, and you will be able to get all the details. So once you join it. So I'm also open for questions. I'll be answering a lot of questions that you might have. Just a second. यहाँ पर अगर हम पहले देखेंगे, you can post your questions in the chat box on the Zoom platform. I'll be answering those questions. So ensure you are posting it there. नाउ गैन लेवल तो हमने देख लिया 17,556 है, 756 है एंड 17,227. We need a move either above that or below that. Until then, the markets will be badly stuck in a range. तो ऐसे में ऑप्शन सेल करके पैसा बनाना है जब तक ये रेंज में फंसा हुआ है. So अगर 17,340 ब्रेक होगा, why then can we expect a crash to happen? So I have published a very clear detailed wave count on the chart. So I'll just, कल ही मैंने एक रिसर्च पब्लिश की थी. So let me just share that across with you all on the website. So यहाँ पर wavestrategy.com पे अगर आप जाएंगे, यहाँ आर्टिकल्स है. You will be able to see the research which is published basis of this pattern. Why crash if 17,340 breaks? So right now, if you look at the market, we completed wave A, B, C, D. Wave E is done, F, and we are just here. We are not going in any specific direction. Yesterday, I was speaking on Refinitiv platform. I have explained in much detail about the overall count and pattern that the markets can form. And overall, we can clearly see this is the level, which is the range for short term. Now, this is wave G, which is currently going on. अगर यहाँ पर 340 ब्रेक हो जाता है, it will confirm that the G is complete in a truncated fashion and we might have a bigger correction. So ये Fibonacci आप देख रहे हैं. So हमारा पहला टारगेट जो आएगा will be somewhere around 16,922 basis of the Fibo, and if that is taken out, we will head towards 16,264. You know, so that's the level that we are getting. F leg जो complete हुआ got completed around 23.6% retracement, which is 7329. So that's the level where we got F completed, and then we can see a further retracement on the downside, which is 16,264 if this level breaks. If that happens, so right now we have to be observing कि ये जो रेंज बना है, मार्केट वो रेंज के ऊपर जाता है कि नीचे जाता है. बहुत ही सिंपल वे से देखना है. अभी तक लास्ट 4 दिन में 5 दिन का करेक्शन जो शुरू हुआ था 18,000 के पास से, not a single candle has closed above the prior candle high. Now this is a very simple technique, but not a single candle has in fact closed above the prior candle high. That is very important for everyone to understand. So for me, a very clear-cut indication is going to be only if we see a move above 7756, we are heading towards much higher level, forming a double top where E was over around 18,000. If we break 17,340, then we might start seeing some kind of a deeper correction with first target at 16,922 and then much lower. So इस प्रकार से, इस तरीके से we can form a trade. Weekly chart देखते हैं. So let me now go on the trading view. Let's check the weekly chart and try and see what has happened on the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame बहुत superb है. ये देखिए. This is a Nifty weekly chart. I'm deleting the trend line. Now look at this chart. What do you see? The 3 conditions, guys. Do you know the candlestick 3 conditions? So Nifty weekly chart on basis of candlestick is showing classic reversal after trapping bulls on upside. Is it clear? So it is showing classic reversal. It is showing classic pattern, I would say. कौन सा pattern है ये? So let me ask you, which pattern is this that you are seeing on the chart? It's a classic evening star pattern. And is this happening? So I'm bang on. Shubham, Sachin, Samir, absolutely. Shalini, Rakesh, evening star pattern. And evening star pattern that is also from the area of significance. Area of significance दिख रहा है. So very clearly, Firdaus, great to see you here. So यहाँ पर एक sign of concern तो है, लेकिन सोचने वाली बात ये है कि यहाँ से नीचे से थोड़ा बाइंग भी इमर्ज हुआ है. Can you see this long leg downside shadow? बड़ा शेडो जो नीचे था वहां से बाइंग इमर्ज भी हुई है. Can you just see that? So it means market अगर low ये week का break करता है, which is 17,345, then yes, we can crash. Now many people have been saying कि नहीं possible है, super bullish है 18. I'm saying I'm not denying that. लेकिन 17,340 break होगा तो then we can possibly see a serious capitulation on the overall index. That is possible because last time when you saw that happening, this is the overall move which happened in this case. We are seeing a similar kind of a move here so far. तो यहाँ पर ये जो लो बना है, that is very vital. From wave perspective, we will go on a 15-minute chart just to check what is the overall count again in this fall. If you look at, let me hide across the moving averages now. तो यहाँ पर एक ऊपर का leg complete हुआ. Post that, if you see this trend, we are simply not going in any direction. To label this trend, we might have A here, B here, C completed. We got an X wave here. We had an A, B. Okay, wave C done here. That is what we can see. Then we had a wave D, which got over at this point of time. We had wave E. This is a very narrow rectangle pattern that we saw. After this entire pattern is complete, okay, after this entire pattern is complete, ये complete होने के बाद में we are seeing an upward thrust. This upward thrust में ये A हो गया, यहाँ पर एक irregular flat जैसा पैटर्न बना B में, यहाँ से हमने complete किया C leg. Post this we got a fall in the form of wave X, and after this we again saw a gap up opening which looks like wave A. As of now, this is a fall, slowly, steadily we are trying to go there. Possible है कि ये triangle बना. We might complete it B or we are in B. We might see a C leg, D and E. So we might form a complete pattern this way. So अभी फिलहाल assumption है कि ये triangle बन सकता है. निफ्टी का जो path है, जो हम यहाँ पर देख रहे हैं, this can be the possible path that Nifty can follow, looking at the overall pattern formation, looking at the overall right sideways action. इसके ऊपर ब्रेक किया तो further levels can be seen, and इसके नीचे ब्रेक किया, then you can expect a crash. So 17,340 is the level below which we will crash. 17,756 is the Gann level जो हमने देखा. If that is crossed, then we can expect a further upside move. Until then, that is what the overall neo wave pattern is suggesting. The other possibility is the C leg can form a much higher in the form of a flat pattern or a diametric. That is not ruled out. But looking at the structure, I think we are forming a pattern which is looking like a clear-cut double corrective in the overall phase of the market. Is it clear? Am I making sense? So ये लग रहा है मार्केट का मूवमेंट मतलब साइडवेज है फिलहाल के लिए जब तक 340 इंटैक्ट है. So if 17,340 breaks, then we can expect a crash. So Nifty path ahead, I have just shown you. Okay, Nifty path ahead from here. I have just mentioned and showed it to you. Overall, यहाँ पर now I'm open for questions. If you have any questions, you can ask me. So that is how it's looking like. Open interest अगर हम देखेंगे तो ज़्यादा कुछ हुआ नहीं है. I was just looking at open interest, but it is just not able to go in any direction. If it in case 17,756 is crossed, then what is the pattern looking to be forming? Which means X हो गया, A हो गया, B हो गया, then diametric में C, D, E, F, G. That is the pattern I'm looking at in case 756 is crossed. Okay. Is there a possibility to extend G wave that can go up to 18,250? Possibility कम लग रही है because as of now, because 18250 is too far away, and the rise, look at the fall. The fall looked impulsive, and the rise looked very overlapping and very deteriorating. That's the problem. Weekly chart देखो, weekly पे evening star बन चुका है clearly, और moving average देखो जो हमने देखा अभी. So 25 is just about to cross that 20. हुआ नहीं है. We are just waiting. So weekly trend has reversed. Daily is still bearish. Remember that daily close अभी तक previous high के ऊपर हुआ नहीं है. So daily is still bearish. And we are now looking at a weekly, the short-term chart, and over here, that is how the entire pattern is looking like. Clear, every one of you? So I will be right now betting by selling options either side, but either of the levels get taken out, the trade will be in that direction. Upside के लिए बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी बाजार को, क्योंकि अपसाइड जाने के लिए यहाँ पर ताकत नहीं है. That is the problem. And upside जाने के लिए there is no strength. नीचे जाने के लिए it looks people are trapped, bulls are trapped. That's how it is seeing. I'm seeing the market right now. Okay, I'm open for questions. The impact of Amavasya. So right now, if you're looking at the overall trend, the Amavasya abhi आज और कल में अमावस्या. Let us just open up the lunar cycle. Shall we do that? Lunar cycle देखते हैं. So if we go on this chart and we are looking at the lunar cycle right now from the moon phase. Okay, I have to delete one indicator. So I'm going to put lunar cycle here. And if we are looking at the lunar cycle, I'm going to clear off the screen. If you check, where is it gone? Okay, moon phase is, yes. So if you look at the overall moon phase, we are right now in the prior Amavasya. This is the Amavasya which happened. We moved more or less sideways. So Amavasya is resulting into, this is full moon which is down, and new moon is on the upside. So Amavasya usually has resulted into sideways to positive action, to be honest. यहाँ पर देखो, यहाँ पर भी अगर हम देखेंगे तो sideways to positive action हमें देखने को मिला है, और clearly, लेकिन this time full moon also resulted into up move for few days and then a correction. So I am going to look at Amavasya very carefully. There is a way. I am not going to look at Amavasya in order to predict if there is a top or a bottom right now. I am going to observe if Amavasya के साथ में Nifty ने level break किया, then I know it's forming a top. Why? Because on this full moon we saw a rally and a fall, so it did not result into any direction right now. We are at a very, very important juncture. Priorly, अगर आप देखोगे तो every full moon we have resulted into a downward sharp corrections. Every full moon, okay, in the past. This time over here also we saw a very sharp correction on the downside. So this full moon did not do much. So I am going to be very careful on how this full moon is going to behave and how it's going to look at on the Amavasya. So right now on the Amavasya, are we forming a low or a top? I don't know, because ये वाले full moon पे direction market ने नहीं लिया. It went just up and down. So Amavasya के साथ में 17340 break होगा, then we have a very classic confirmation of price and time. So time के साथ price confirmation important है. And wave pattern अगर आपको पता है तो सोने पे सुहागा, because you know how the wave pattern, basis of wave pattern you are going to trade. So कल है अमावस्या, so Monday opening is the key. Monday opening our candle आपको देखनी होगी. Monday opening our candle 1 hour until 10:15. अगर 17340 के नीचे जाता है, थोड़ा दूर है लेवल, 340 के पहले पहला कौन सा पड़ाव है, 340 तक तो वेट ही नहीं कर सकते. पहला पड़ाव जो है वो है ये वाला लो, विच इज 17480. 17480 के नीचे अगर जाएगा, ओपनिंग आवर क्लोज वहां होता है, तो चांसेस ऑफ डाउनसाइड ब्रेक इंक्रीजेस, बिकॉज वी आर स्टार्टिंग वीक पोस्ट द न्यू मून और अमावस्या. Am I making sense? So that's the question you had, and I think I have answered your question there already. zigzag pattern develops when the market is highly bullish. What's your observation on this? Yes, not highly bullish. Zigzag pattern develops when the market is in a rush to complete the pattern and reverse. Highly bullish होगा तो impulse दिखेगा. So that's how it actually behaves. Over here, so view and the impact on Jackson Hole meeting. See, आज मीटिंग है, लेकिन उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा? मार्केट का सेंटिमेंट क्या है? It is completely everyone's guess. If they talk about inflation and they are hinting towards aggressive rate hike, then you might see a market volatility increases with a move down. So, but वो इवेंट के कारण जो इम्पैक्ट होगा वो बहुत टेम्पररी होगा. ओवरऑल मार्केट को जो करना है वो करेगा. सो अगर हमें ट्रेड करना है तो कौन से लेवल्स पे ध्यान देना है? 17480, उसके नीचे क्लोज हुआ आवरली कैंडल व्हिच मींस वीक है, फॉलोड बाय 340. और अगर ऊपर ब्रेक करना है तो 17756 जो गैन का लेवल है वो निकालना जरूरी है. नहीं तो टाइम पास कर रहे हैं आप भी, सेल करो ऑप्शन और पैसा बनाओ. Okay, I've answered that question. 55 days time cycle has formed a top, Nilesh. We can clearly see that 55 days cycle पे Nifty ने एक top बनाया है. This time, this is what I actually, if you go back my webinar, I've been talking about that we should see a top near 7756, and also I have mentioned about 17th August, and brilliantly chala wo, because it's called an inversion in cycle. You know that, right? So that's an inversion in cycle. And 17342 will achieve wave 3 of C. Okay, yes, Anil, that is correct. Great. Why did prices fluctuate so much? Because state of confusion. See, sharp volatility क्यों दिख रही है हमें? Because market is forming a triangle pattern. Whenever it is in sideways trend forming a triangle pattern, we start seeing such kind of, we are seeing a sharp fluctuation because of a triangle pattern. Can we have the Nifty contest winner? Yes, Biren was the Nifty contest winner yesterday. He guessed 17522. What a level, I suppose he guessed, and Nifty closed just around that level. So he won, and it was fantastic. We have even tweeted that across. So do ensure. Which legs of triangle are tradable as per NeoWave? If you hear Glenn Neely, he has mentioned you cannot trade triangle patterns. The only thing you can trade is post the breakout of the triangle is where you can trade. You can't trade triangle pattern because you will get caught wrong side. You can't really make money. Wave 2 do not form a triangle. Correct. So I'm not saying this is wave 2. I'm saying this is not wave 2, right? I'm saying this is a wave B that we are seeing possibly, or currently wave G is going on. So wave 2 to hai nahi na, wave 2 can't form a triangle. Why the huge difference between spot and future price? The future is highly premium. Spot price ke comparison mein. What is the reason? The reason being there is an expectation where there is speculation where people are creating long positions. Okay. But the spot price is not catching up. So that's a bullish sign, to be honest. लेकिन अगर levels break हो जाएगा तो ये difference अपने आप reduce हो जाए. So you don't really have to worry about it. Ashaf is saying your webinars are amazing as always. Fantastic, Ashaf. Thank you very much. If you really like the webinar, I'm sure. So guys, if you're liking the webinar, it's on YouTube. We are nearing that 30,000 mark also on YouTube. So do ensure you are subscribing to the channel and checking that. I'm sure today's webinar was different. I have taken the questions, I'm answering them. I've used, सोचो हमने अभी तक क्या क्या देख लिया. We have looked at the moving average concept, 5 and 20. We are on the juncture of that. We have looked at the Gann square of 9, 17756, 17227, and we are lying in middle of that zone with 480 as the support. 480 break हुआ, नीचे का Gann level पे जाएंगे. We looked at the overall NeoWave pattern, which is suggesting we are in wave G. कल का जो crash था expiry day का was a X. Now right now we are just maybe form a triangle with a path. Then we looked at a weekly chart with an evening star formation, suggesting something is not right there. With a daily chart, daily bias technique, something is not right there. We have still not closed above previous day high. So many things in just that 20-30 minutes of time. Imagine how much you can learn if you are with me for 2 days. So very quickly, guys, I just want to announce we have a Master of Waves session which is happening on 17th and 18th of September, and that is going to cover about Neo Wave, Gann square of 9 का थोड़ा सा part लेंगे, साथ में time cycle पे focus रहेगा, and we will look at Ichimoku cloud. So we will do all of those things. So be a part of that wonderful program which is happening on 17th and 18th of September, and it is going to cover everything and anything that you might want to trade with. Okay, the pricing is 22 plus GST. You can register on the link which is, okay, my colleague will share across the link. That's the link. You can possibly go and register on that link. For any details, you can simply visit that, and you will be amazed to see how brilliantly this works. So I'll just share across the link here. You can go and register yourself for that program. What is the Nifty OI suggesting? Nifty open interest is suggesting that markets are just not going in any direction. It is the straddle formation by the big players, and it's not going in any specific direction. I think everyone is waiting. So right now, कोई भी clarity नहीं है OI data पे. 17,600 is seeing some build up, straddle happening there on both call and put side. 500 पे build up है. So either side there is no direction that is being observed. Okay, Ashok Das is saying, I've already joined the program. Okay, fantastic, Ashok. Great to see you joining the program. And it's fantastic. I'm taking a very quick poll, guys. Do you want which part to become an expert trader? That's a poll. Meanwhile, I'm also going to keep answering the questions that you might have. And I've answered that. I think B is over. C is starting. No, it's too soon to conclude that. We have to be in a range. I think we are forming a triangle. मैंने share भी किया है, क्या लग रहा है? Whether to hold the stock like TCS looking at the current scenario. See, if your time frame of holding is at least 1 year or more, 2 years, then you can hold the stock. But अगर आप short term trading कर रहे हो, then you look at the level, stop loss, and trade precisely on the basis of that. You have to understand that. Last week, guys, we had option trading program. It was wonderful. And it was simply fabulous, where people learned about option trade setups, how to trade options. You're looking at, simple Bollinger Bands, candlestick, volume profile, open interest analysis, option को buy कैसे करना है, बहुत सारी चीजें हमने देखी. So it was simply fabulous. So do ensure that you are also a part of these wonderful learning, which we are going to do on. And the early bird is going to end soon, so ensure we have limited seats. The early bird is going to end on 31st of August. Ensure you are a part of this Master of Waves program. Great. So Master of Waves में क्या cover होगा? Neo Wave, Elliott Wave, जो आप देख रहे हैं, उसे किस तरीके से plot करना है, कैसे use करना है, all of those things. Great, guys. Then Ashish Kyal signing off from here. And don't forget one more thing. Download the app now. Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul Play Store पे एक app मिलेगा आपको. ऐप को डाउनलोड करिए. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ फ्री लर्निंग्स दैट यू विल गेट. स्टडी मटेरियल के अंदर फ्री वीडियोस है, वो आप देख के सीख सकते हैं. सो डाउनलोड द ऐप. आई एम एंडिंग द पोल नाउ. Download the app and look at it. It's going to be simply fabulous. So do that, guys. Thank you very much. Ashish Kyal signing off. Have a wonderful day. Pleasure speaking to you all. If you liked it, do subscribe to the channel. Share it across to as many people as possible so that they can also learn. And if there is anything specific you are looking from these webinars, please post it in the comment section. Do that. Post it on my Twitter handle @KyalAshish. I keep tweeting a lot of charts. So do that so I can know what you are looking for and I can talk about that. Thank you very much.